I like watching Astral Spiff and Small Ant do challenge runs for various games, taking a seemingly vital part of said game and chucking it out the window entirely. Surely there's something interesting I could do in The Division 2 that would be interesting to watch while also being a genuine question. Could you beat the game if you physically weren't able to use your mouse buttons? This is a game that is heavily based around shooting, and not just because it's a third-person shooter. But you have various talents for each type of gun, which can impact the damage you deal or give other bonuses. Various gear pieces that then impact how often your guns crit, for how much, and how much headshot damage gets amplified, and all this other stuff. Half a dozen specializations that give you various grenades and super-powered weapons that hit like a truck. So what if you couldn't do any of that? I'm talking not being able to shoot your gun, not even be able to aim at people in the first place. By extension, none of the specialization stuff works. You can't throw grenades, or use any of the big bad weapons towards the end of the story. Obviously, the general consensus would just be to run a skill build, which you'd be right, but even then, it's gonna get a little weird. You can't shoot a chem launcher, throw a firefly, or get much usefulness out of some skills like Seeker Mines, given the fact that it's supposed to be thrown far away for minimum travel time upon detonation. Most skills can be aimed by pressing the button once, and then later to physically throw it, so this is where the rules of the run come into play. You have to set your fire and aim controls to none in your keybinds. The easiest way to do this is just change it to a button that already exists for both of them, and then change whatever button that was on that button back to what the action is supposed to be. I use W because it's easiest. Aiming skills while in combat isn't allowed, but out of combat is a-okay. You can only play solo, you cannot use the modifiers based on the season, and you're only allowed to buy and craft one item per level each until level 40. Most of the rules are self-imposed. I mean, heck, all of the rules are self-imposed, I guess. But that's largely because the run wouldn't be as interesting if you could just reset your gear whenever you wanted. Likewise, also, pressing the buttons in certain ways would just bypass the actions of not having a mouse anyway, so it's kind of like, where do you really draw the line with that stuff, I guess? But by not being able to just reset your gear every time, that also means I had to use whatever I found, with the occasional boost of whatever slot I needed to fill at the time being taken by either buying something or crafting something, or sometimes both at a level. There's also no reason to ever change out your guns, right? Since there's no way to actually use them. Yeah, we'll come back to that. So you might think, what's even the challenge then? You just put together a skill build and run over everything without even trying, and you'd be right for about 90 to 95% of the game. It's the other 5 to 10% that this video will be exploring. We stream the entire playthrough on my Twitch channel over the course of a week or so. If you want to see the scuff in its purest form, then come see how much stuff gets cut out of this video, because I promise it's a lot. I really wish I was kidding. When I first started this challenge, I was not aware of just how many hours this thing was going to take. I had no idea how long the story mode in this game was, but I knew I wanted to do the entire story, which to me consists of the full base game, all the invaded strongholds, the Pentagon, and Keener's Manhunt. We didn't do Coney Island because there's really not anything of note there. I skipped the Brooklyn DLC because it isn't part of the main story, and we didn't do Camp White Oak because this mission, I'm tired of playing it. There really isn't anything special in any of those missions that would be worth mentioning, with one glaring exception, but otherwise, my point stands. How did this actually go? The first part of the story is fairly monotonous, so I'll narrate most of this, but originally, you land in DC, and upon starting the first fight, scuffage is evident immediately. That is the only time we're ever going to reload that gun. With no skills to rely on for damage yet, no ability to shoot, and no ability to throw grenades, we only had one weapon at our disposal. Or I guess, two, in the form of these hands. This is normally the easiest engagement in the entire game, but now, you gotta finagle it just a little bit. Yeah, don't expect us to be two-shotting, meleeing people, whatever. Don't expect us to be doing that for very long. How did either of those miss? I don't think anybody has ever used 2 armor kits on the opening stage of this game. Here we are. Once we successfully whipped and nay-nayed our way through what is effectively the tutorial, and totally never came close to dying during the process, we talk to Manny, who has no idea what he's about to watch over CCTV footage, and then get to Coop to get our first skill. I hadn't played the story mode in this game from start to finish in well over 2 years, so there's a handful of things that were different. Once you're done creating a character, you just skip the entirety of what was the original tutorial. You start the game with an M700 instead of an M870, which is an interesting change that I really don't know what the point was. And your first skill has to be the striker drone. This wouldn't have been my first option, but it's a skill we deliberately get very early otherwise, so I'll take it, and you're gonna find out really soon why I wouldn't pick it first. I'd rather start with the assault turret, since it can take twice as much damage without dying, and for another reason, like I said, you're gonna find out in a second, but this is fine. It's also better this way than someone accidentally picking a firefly or something as their first skill and they just get stuck with it for a while. So, okay. Once we equip our little angel of death, it's time to hit the streets for the first time, and we managed to instantly do something that I thought was impossible. Again, we're still two-shotting things with melee. Hope that lasts. AKM. Normally, so here's a fun thing. You're never supposed to be able to get this gun like this, by the way. Turns out removing the original tutorial sequence from the game takes away just enough XP that you make it into the open world while still being at level 1. Which probably isn't supposed to happen, but it can. This, in turn, dropped us a level 1 gun that was green. Yet again, that's not supposed to happen. As funny as it was, the gun is ultimately pointless for 2 reasons. The first is that we, obviously, within the rules of the challenge, have no way of shooting it at anything. Right? The second is that it's actually worse than the guns we're already using. Again, how's that even possible? It's worse than the guns you're already using, but you can't use it. Well, okay, so different weapons in this game melee at different speeds for the same damage. And the 2 types of weapons that typically melee the most often are rifles and marksman rifles, with a ton of other weapons randomly doing it. I don't even know what all of them are, but it changes weapon to weapon so much. Again, I don't know why the game starts you out with an F700, but we'll take it. Make our way to the theater... Jesus. Make our way to the theater settlement. You can throw grenades at that guy. Talk to the amputee about her rebellious teenager that got herself kidnapped, accept some side missions, and head on over to the hotel. We played rock, paper, scissors with some of the townsfolk before finally reaching our first awkward moment of the challenge. Well, actually, okay, this area is gonna take forever. This area is going to take literally forever. Because we're gonna have to wait for the drone to kill every single one of these guys. And there's some upstairs. This is gonna take a little bit. This is gonna take a little bit. We can't scope in at them. We can't even throw a grenade at them because you have to click to throw the grenade. The rest of the mission consisted of mostly punching our way to the roof, saying hi to Kelso. Fortunately, we have this sandbag that helps us out, and then continuing the morally questionable style of combat we'd been doing for the rest of the game. Okay. During this process, we got our first piece of green gear. Yellow! Watched Kelso's airburst seeker mine get super overdramatic. Oh yeah, the seeker mine, if it can't attack anything, it just gets louder and louder. Getting Thanos slap a hyena out of existence. Down in the lobby, it's time for things to get awkward again. And this is why I didn't want the drone to start out with. I also don't know how the drone is going to handle trying to shoot the doorway. Please tell me it actually shoots the doorway. Yes, okay. We're just gonna be here for a while then. This is what players widely consider, be it as a joke or not, either way, the strongest boss in the entire game. The Grand Washington Hotel door. Normally what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to use the minigun to shoot this door for like 20 to 30 seconds straight, but we physically cannot do that. So also shock rounds, which would be very useful, but we can't use them. Because I'm pretty sure there's pretty much no other boss in this game you have to shoot more times than this thing at like any difficulty, with I guess some exceptions. And guess what our only option was for damaging it? Hey. This is why I wanted the turret as well, by the way, because the turret I could just drop on my feet and then just have it shoot the door. Normally what's supposed to happen here, by the way, is normally you're supposed to go over here and just defend your position and shoot down this door with this minigun. But I can't shoot the minigun, obviously, so there's nothing to do here except for just wait for the drone to do it. So notice, by the way, the bonus health for the drone gets 70% more health just because of that one, just because of the pair of gloves that we found. So that's why skill tiers are super important, and the earlier you get them, the more important they are. But I've just been mentally thinking about, like, where there's, like, a lock on a door or something that is necessary to progress that I have totally just completely forgotten about. Now that that's over, you get to beat some wannabe squatters to death and head back to the theater. You don't actually unlock anything for the first mission of the game, so it's more of the same for the entire next mission as well. Unless, of course, you forget that ads spawn when you run past a certain point and you get yourself killed. Good job on that one. This is why I didn't do it on hardcore. But a challenge isn't interesting if it went smoothly, right? The rest of the mission was fairly typical, with a couple dashes of interesting things sprinkled in, but nothing of note. We did make fun of Coyote, though, because she deserves it. Coyote. Just ruin the pronunciation. It's good pronunciation. With the second mission of the game done, we finally get our second skill, which for me was a no-brainer. I knew exactly what I was going to pick. The turret. The sniper turret.
Sniper monkey.
I know. I just said I was going to pick the assault turret as my first skill, and while we will be picking up the assault turret soon, this thing is a menace. And I picked it for a very good reason. We have no real way of defending ourselves in this playthrough, right? Short of punching anyone who gets near us, which won't always work. We will need some kind of protection if people get too close. To me, accept no substitutes. The sniper turret will handle almost all of your problems. Not to mention, it sounds like a pocket railgun, which just adds to the savagery. Now that we have two skills, the run becomes fairly trivial.
Let's see what we can do.
And by we, you mean me. Head on down to Viewpoint and wait. Oh god. We have to get to level 7 and do American History Museum first. And then go do Viewpoint. Because there's EMP jammers on the roof at Viewpoint that we have to shoot to break them. Because the drones will get destroyed pretty much immediately. How can I kill an EMP jammer? Well, from my normal experiences with EMP jammers, EMP jamming them back tends to deal with them fairly effectively, so we could try that. Unfortunately, that means we have to level enough to do American History Museum first. Unlock the jammer from that mission, just to come back and do Viewpoint. So that's what I did. Dance Dance Revolution our way through the mission, unlock the EMP jammer, clear our way out through the underleveled Viewpoint Museum with little trouble, get up to the roof, and start EMPing the jammers. Oh my god, it didn't do anything.
Structural integrity, 50%.
This is gonna be the first time ever that someone loses this objective.
System.
I'm sure the sniper turret can damage this, just isn't.
System reactivated.
Well, we're gonna find out. Fortunately, this is why this thing has a lot of durability, which is nice. Okay. We're not screwed. Okay, next one's at the bottom of the stairs.
Structural integrity at 25%.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it turns out I overcomplicated that entire process start to finish. My builds only would take out EMP jammers on my normal account because I use a Vile Mask with it. So how long did I spend doing that? Great. That was great. Anyway, with the combo of a sniper turret and an assault drone, we basically waltz through anything and everything aside from more or less donating a kill to Lieutenant Kelly, which is fair because I've killed him a few times. It was around this time where we realized our system that we originally had for buying and crafting stuff was way too complicated, since we would just craft and buy one item per level, but then if we didn't, it went into a bank, which added half a credit for every time we didn't do something at a particular level, and blah, blah. It was just too complicated. And ultimately pointless. From this point on, the run was more or less just monotonous as hell. Missions entirely lacked objectives or really anything to do other than This is so awkward without music. We did some projects along the way to help our leveling, and if I'm being honest, nothing really happened for a long while. We cleared Space HQ, Jefferson Plaza, the bank, a handful of side missions, with essentially only one problem that we'll talk about now, and one we'll talk about later. Not being able to shoot locks off of doors makes it physically impossible to get roughly a dozen Shade Tech caches around DC, since a lot of them are locked inside of a cage, which you have to shoot a lock off of a door to retrieve them. Skills have no way of doing that, on purpose anyway. There's the lottery chance of an enemy walking in front of a door and a bullet just catching the lock itself and killing it instead of hitting your target, but there's no feasible way to have that happen really even once, let alone the dozen or so locks around DC that you'd need to do that to. It is possible to shoot locks off of doors with direct impacted sticky bombs, but we'd be far beyond caring about locks on doors by the time we get that far. Another issue was electrical boxes. To my knowledge, there's only one of these during the story, at least up to level 16, which is in the DCD headquarters mission right here. No way to shoot it, and it's still early enough in the campaign that there's really no way to blow it up yet. But there is one skill that I equipped and picked out and acquired just for special occasions like this one. One of the worst skills in the game, and one of the couple MVPs of this run, the incinerator turret. Because these things can break the boxes, I'm pretty sure. Fortunately, we don't have to use it too often. Brief side tangent with this thing. I don't know why they have absolutely slammed this thing stat-wise, but they have. A minute-long cooldown at skill tier 6 for 25 seconds of uptime. Every other turret can be up for over 5 minutes, and their cooldown's only 20 seconds, if not less, with like nothing put into skill haste. Even the Artificer Hive doesn't add duration to this thing, but the other turrets do. Like, why have you done this to this thing? Anyway, it breaks electrical boxes, barrels, fire extinguishers, fuel canisters, and pretty much anything red that blows up in the nearby environment. This can create some amazing visual moments. But for the most part, it is one of the worst skills in the entire game, pretty much without any kind of saving it. Fortunately, it works great for what we need to use it for. Over the course of doing all this stuff, I was always trying to think of various rooms and missions that might give us a bit of a struggle during the run, and I thought about most of them in advance. But I entirely forgot about the room of vats in the DCD headquarters as well. Oh, well, okay, we're gonna need the flame turret again for this. I'm pretty sure. This put the run on hard stop, and you probably wouldn't expect it to, but this is the kind of logic the skills are coded to run on. Most of the skills simply did not work, be it not causing damage to the vats or refusing to shoot them entirely. Some refusing to shoot entirely. This, like the hotel mission, was a long period of waiting for the assault drone to do the work for us. And I honestly don't even know now how we'd take these things out if we had to come back and do it again, other than just waiting for this to take its course. Oh. 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 I think we got it. Hey, alright, be honest, that's the most interesting that room has ever been for anybody ever. Once that was over, more of the same. Alright, you look important. He's actually not wrong.
Make it easy on yourself.
Make it easy on yourself, walks up, stands in the open. There we go. Gotta wait for this whole thing to finish. Yeah, screw it. We'll just wait for the cooldown. Hey. 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 Blast our way through another 5 levels until it was time for the Atomic Event Center. So this is going to be the most interesting mission so far, because in this mission, because we cannot shoot anything based around an objective that needs to be destroyed, either has to be targeted by skills, destroyed by skills, or we're screwed. Those are our options. So, because you can't melee stuff. So, there's a couple skills that can actually damage objectives, but objectives usually have weird hitboxes. So, for the, what's it called? For Jefferson Plaza, there's like a couple VATs with DC-62 in them. Long story, we're not gonna get into it. That you have to destroy. He's walking straight into the fire. Just dove head first. One of the sections of this mission has you break a bunch of boats, which you'd be shooting a lot under normal circumstances. These are not normal circumstances. Okay, it does aggro the boat.
Heads up. I'm seeing a lot of movement toward the boats, but no sign of the strategist.
Where do we stand for this? That works. Right there. We need to be able to stand somewhere that can hit the boat. Oh, wait, stupid. Okay, that guy needs to die. That guy has a bow and arrow, which does not deflect at all. This was also our first stress test of what would become the run's second MVP, the deflector shield. Oh, it's working. See, just because I can't shoot the objectives doesn't mean I can't middleman the bullets. I can't ADS with the shield because, remember, but the game does a decent job at redirecting the bullets to the direction your camera's facing. Oh. Hey, alright. Nice.
We need reinforcements on the dock. Now! Take out the intruders. Protect the boat.
Alright, we're gonna do this just so that drone doesn't kill everyone. I expected the drone to be full of beans during this part, considering all of our previous encounters with objectives of really any kind. But I was wrong. Oh, it does shoot! Okay, huge. That is actually, that's massive, because then we don't have to finagle this nearly as much. What's supposed to happen, quote-unquote supposed to happen, when drones will shoot that. Normally it would just shoot the boat like twice and then pause. And then it would shoot the boat again like twice and then pause again.
Agents, hostiles are inbound on your position by the docks. Watch your six.
Woo! I think a suicide bomber comes out of here. Can you just hit that thing back up there? Okay, alright. Let's not die. Alright, well, I was not aware. You need to, like, bait someone onto the boat and bait them up here and then get them just to shoot this way. I think this side. Do I have to destroy? Okay, no. This is just this. Okay. Alright. So it has to actually target something, which is why it doesn't work for this. Although I think I can just do this with fire turret real quick. Fire turret does destroy stuff like this, so please work. Oh, it worked. All right. So that means it should work for this, ideally. Sick. All right. How are you still shooting me very clearly through this. All right.
Agent Kelso's not responding.
Yes, keep shooting so that your friend gets shot instead. It did get a little heated, but we did end up beating the area, and by extension, the mission later. Deflector shield. Alright, cool. That was an experience. Then we had the first true disaster area of the run. Federal Emergency Bunker. So these guys are outcasts, I think, but they just don't really ever make mention of it. This is an outcast mission. Also, I think they're all Asian, which is a weirdly specific detail. Out of all the areas in this mission, which one do you think was the problem? It wasn't the tunnels, it wasn't the boss area, and the more well-seasoned players might think it was the fan that you have to shoot an electrical box to take out, but MVP number 1 took care of it without any issues. No, the problem in this mission was this stupid fire room with all the pipes in it. Are you ready for things to get awkward? Okay, so in this next room, I'll demonstrate with the 2 that are out here. In this next room, there are, I believe, 5 of these pipes, like these water, like fire suppression system pipes. What I just did is literally the only method available to us to actually burst the pipes and have it put the fire out. So we're gonna clear the room normally to begin with, and then go through later.
I don't know if Maya has any fireproof gear.
Alright, this is where it gets awkward. Marginally, just because of this room. Because we have to do this. Over and over again. Sure. Also that, if I were to put the drone to blow up onto the path right here, it wouldn't do it. Like, the fire is not part of the pathing of the mission. So the drone just says nope. Or at least normally. Uber frustrating to try and hit like this. Okay, we got that one. Put one there. And then here. Oh yeah, also if it flies into a wall, it just breaks itself, because that's fun. Okay, got that one too. This one is the one that is exceptionally frustrating. This red pipe right here is the reason we spent an hour trying to get explosive delivery. And we're either gonna get really lucky, or you're gonna see why we spent all that time trying to do that. Oh my god, we got lucky. Holy crap. I was testing this out for an hour and a half a few days ago because I could not. It just would not burst the pipe. I must have hit this thing with 25 drones before just giving up and then switching to explosive delivery. Because then if you throw the turret directly underneath it like that, drops a grenade, the grenade explodes the pipe, and you can move on. That is abnormal is putting it lightly. Okay, we got that one too. Impeccable. But I was going through routing this, and I got it
Portable device detected.
with the bombardier drone. I got it once, and I was like, okay, but now I have to... Is this reliable, or did I just get lucky? And then the second time I went through it, it took me an hour and a half before I gave up. So after destroying some public infrastructure and saving this woman we never see again, we reactivate the shade node and then set out to deal with the hyenas for the big air quotes last time. The mission was, as you can imagine, pretty standard. The only real hiccup came from fighting Diesel. I'm actually not sure how we're going to go about doing this. Yet again, this was another objective the drone refused to shoot, and I really don't know what the criteria for these things is. Even after this playthrough, I don't get it. It's totally random. So he is aggroed onto Diesel, who is inside of the armored car. Diesel is actually physically inside the armored car. Yeah, it's a Jeep with a minigun on the top. Yes. I did not know the drone would actually be shooting it. That's the other thing. Because usually they don't. There's no way something made of thin little pieces of plastic like that would actually be able to do this. I had to pull out MVP number 1 again and flame turret down the explosive barrels around the truck, which actually damaged the truck. Really? It didn't blow up the second barrel? Then it was a mad dash out of there before getting stopped. Run! Once I killed Diesel,
Diesel, are you dead too, you inbred son of a...
mission was pretty generic after that. I'd been dreading going to Roosevelt Island the entire run. Like, the whole run. I already knew this place was going to be interesting because I already knew that skills simply do not like shooting these explosive barrels. The targeting zones for these objectives is incredibly wrong almost every time, and once again, the drone had stage fright. Mostly. This proceeded to be a several-minute-long, boring, very drawn-out sequence, which involves going through several sniper turrets worth of shots, since it was the fastest way for me to actually do this. It was boring to do, which is how I know it was even more boring to watch, but hey, at least we only had to do it once. I don't know how long it's going to take to destroy this engine hatch, to be totally honest. I know ads also spawn on the boat, and... Ah, okay. Oh no, my god. So, back on the grind and do the entire thing over again from scratch. Again, I'm not kidding. This time, we're not gonna run onto the boat. This time, we're not gonna run onto the boat. How about that? Do all that again, get on the boat, break all the stuff, and even though I don't like the outcasts or this mission, the visual at the end is always pretty cool.
Serious trauma.
Because it's as if I'm not upgrading anything at all anymore. Because I have way less armor than I'm supposed to.
Vital signs critical.
Case in point, you're not supposed to die that fast. That only leaves one mission left of the level 1 to 30 story. Most of Capitol Hill's the same, even the EMP jammer is a brief speed bump before just rolling the rest of the mission. There we go. We did decide to spice up the ending a little bit, considering the last area is timed and you don't actually have to do anything. Spoiler. And you know what we do on this channel when we don't actually have to do anything? So this is gonna be fun, actually. This is gonna be, inevitably, someone's first introduction to something we do on this stream. So, people were asking, when are we gonna do this in this game? This is where we're gonna do this in this game, because it turns out, you push this button, you immediately go into cover right here. They never aggro onto you. So we literally don't do anything for the next, like, 2 minutes or something. They walk near you, and then they kind of lose aggro, and then once they're... If they manage to wander, like, right on top of you, then they might find you. But it takes them so long to get up here, usually, that... There's that guy right off to the left over there. It takes them so long to find you that they probably just won't a lot of the time if you do this. And it doesn't change the amount of, like, you just fight less people if you do this. I should have waited for that. I couldn't have. See? Lost aggro.
We'll get him next time.
So now he might find me just by randomly walking this direction, but if he walks the other direction... He would have found me anyway. See how long it took? And then the trailer is about to finish completion with attacking. And now they all run over to the other trailer. This is a fun running joke, and yes, we've been doing this for years. Stomp the rest of the mission, shoot a flare, watch this cutscene on the back lawn, which they never used for anything else other than this, and now we do all of it over again. You may have been wondering why I picked the demolition specialization, given we can't use any of the weapons themselves. There really was only one reason, which was the grenade turret. Probably the strongest skill in the entire game, or at least you'd have a tough time convincing me of one being stronger, because, I mean, it's just good. Since we can't use the weapons themselves, or the grenades, or the sidearms, it was really just down to what bonuses we wanted. And this was part of the demolitionist. So, sure.
You got the target. Nice.
With the grenade turret, most content in the game becomes a breeze, since almost everything is a one-shot for it, or a two-shot for it, or just really allergic to grenades. There's just one problem, though.
Agent vital signs 0.
I think it hit the door frame. Here's the thing, we'll count that as a death if it hit the door frame, but there is a fair chance that the map area is bugged. There is a decent chance that that is bugged and it doesn't go through the door because of hitbox shenanigans. So if it doesn't go through the door because of hitbox shenanigans, I'm not gonna count that as a death, but if it hit the door frame, absolutely, because that is hysterical. All right, let's go test this again. So actually, the easiest way to do this would be literally just line straight up like this. Told you. I told you. So yeah, we're not counting that, because dying because of a grenade turret grenade ricocheting off an empty door frame during a bounty is... no, I'm not gonna count that. Funny, yes, I will include it in the video. I will include this whole thing as a section in the video, but no. Yeah, with great power comes great power. I don't know if it's really strong, including to yourself. The worst part is, there's literally an upgrade to prevent this, and I had ample points to get it, and still didn't until I was off stream. And it isn't like this is a thing you have to unlock and then research and then do this like super involving process with. It's literally just... So now that we're not gonna blow ourselves up anymore, hopefully, we proceeded to mop the floor with the rest of the DC campaign. Black Tusk did not have a chance against the grenade turret. And since we only had to do the invaded strongholds for some reason, we were cleaning house in record time. District Union Arena's garage was another somewhat interesting fight, though it didn't take very long. Capitol Hill was even easier than the first time, which is honestly hilarious. Shalom! And Roosevelt Island's challenge was more or less gone, given the fact that Black Tusk isn't nearly as aggressive as the Outcasts, and the objectives there don't take nearly as long to deal with. The Kim's long stick. Okay, that's a lucky pull. Like, box-wise, that's a very lucky thing to get. We don't need that. Oh. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Along the way, the game gives you a few of these, like, level build caches, which is neat, although questionable in their rarity and what they give you sometimes. And they're usually, you know, fairly pointless, because you do get out-leveled gear-wise fairly quickly. Except for the level 35 one. Alright. Please don't be randomized. Please give me the exact things. Okay, we can work with that. But once we were done all those, it was time for the most interesting part of the whole main story, Tidal Basin. The first two areas weren't anything different, but every area after that has something special about it, objective-wise. The first of these being our first of many automated turrets. Alright, deflector shields. Let's do this. This area is actually a good thing, because it's a good test to see if this would work in a very, very low-pressure environment like this one. Because if it didn't work, we could kind of figure out what did work before it would be a notably bigger problem a couple areas from now. Sick. Alright. You got what? Fortunately, it does work, so we know what we'll be doing for the next area after this one. Before dealing with that, though, you have to take out 3 helicopters. Once again, skills really don't like to attack these, which presented another problematic situation. Fortunately, there's a way to easily deal with this, and it's even more efficient than you think. explosive barrels. Instantly detonate the helicopter if you actually hit the barrels. And I'm pretty sure we can do this one from here. Not like that, though. They're like all... Oh, they're right there. Okay. See, they're tucked all the way in the back. This is how I've dealt with this section every time, no matter the playthrough, albeit a lot less jank than this. This was just a warm-up, though. This next section is where things started getting real. Okay, there's 2 turrets in this area, or 3 turrets in this area, and we have to destroy each of their generators before we do, like, anything else. By having someone headshot themselves? Yeah, I needed to do... what's it called? This is going shockingly well. Is there 4? Break it, break it, break it, break it. Okay. This is that went shockingly well. Headshot himself. Literally point blank telling the enemy to just headshot themselves. Do it. Do it.
We're pinned down by turrets at the main gate.
Noises. Can you imagine seeing, like, CCV footage of this? Like, what? Tell me what we're up against. And it's like, guy running around beating the crap out of everyone with their fists. No, don't kill the team leader. They shot the guy too much. Yeah, so I did get a little carried away with the deflector shield, and the civilian you're supposed to protect in this area wasn't very protected. So a quick switch back to the loadout we were running before, and we take care of the area with ease. We clear out the next couple areas, which went mostly smooth.
Agent vital signs 0.
So that makes half of our deaths now have been to the grenades. Watch this idiot put on his Top Gun Maverick cosplay and make our way to the top of the carrier. As a disclaimer, I did not test anything for this mission, because I didn't think about this mission until now, in this instant. Nor did I know what would work and what wouldn't work. We were totally flying blind, and it made for the most intense section of the run. When I decided to do this challenge, this area is the kind of stuff I was hoping to come from this playthrough. I knew most of the game would be smooth, but I was looking for stuff like this. For those who don't know what's about to happen, I have to somehow take out all of the rocket launcher power sources without shooting any of them. And you may wonder how the heck that's even a thing. Spoiler, it really isn't. But also, the only thing that might be able to damage them is the incinerator turret. They are weak points. Skills cannot target them because they are like weak points. They're yellow health bars, not red ones. So skills can't target them. I can't aim. I can't aim the sniper turret to shoot them, because I think you could be able to do that, but I can't aim down sight. So the only one I think that can do this is this piece of garbage. So this is gonna be interesting, because I'm pretty sure that's my only chance with this. Just manually shoot the arty turret? I don't think the arty turret can do it either.
See the fireworks? You won't be disappointed. Target
I'm
locked.
yeah. So
Initiating launch sequence.
prevent the launch. Oh boy. All right.
Jesus Christ. Everyone, this is not a drill.
This
We
is a
move
screwdriver.
back to the building right now. Repeat, this is not a drill.
All right. Come on. Come on. Okay. There we go.
Enemies trying to flank us. Watch it. They're moving. There comes the hammer.
You're not. You're being very rude. You're being very rude. Can I just? Okay.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Wait, I'm reloading.
Ow. All right.
On the flank. Take up.
Where's the? Oh, lovely. All right. I'm just gonna borrow your head for a second. All right. Keep shooting. Please keep shooting. Please keep shooting. All right. All right. Is there a cinematic if you fail? No, I'm pretty sure there isn't a cinematic for this one. Because I'm pretty sure they already have Air Force One getting shot down in a trailer. I'm pretty sure blowing up the White House would not... They need clearance for a lot of this stuff. I assume that's part of it. We need to somehow kill this thing. That works. We're gonna be here for a little while. Alright, good.
System malfunctioning.
This is what I was hoping for with this playthrough. This is chaotic, it's messy,
System restored.
it sucks. Alright, come here. Come here. Oh great, more people. Okay, the striker drone might actually be worth running during this part, because we're relying a lot on this. Am I reflecting their bullets? Yeah, deflector shield. Alright.
Launch backup power activated.
Alright, work your magic.
Initiated.
Oh, I can. Wait, okay, hold on. It's huge. Didn't know you could do that. I did not know we could do that. I don't think I can do it with the front one, though.
Don't let them come around. Keep it up.
Come on. More. More. Alright.
I'm gonna remember killing you. It's been a while since I could say that about anyone.
This vest is in pieces.
This vest is in pieces. Alright. Never mind. Striker drone, go ham. Or maybe we use grenade turret, because grenade turret is less random, I guess. Grenade turret. Why not both? Sure, grenade turret.
Sniff him out. Put up a shield.
Point at me. Alright, we're on. Just deflector shield him from back here. The BM of just the bullet flying directly back at them, polar opposite 180. Hi. Hi? Hi, okay. Headshot yourself. Thanks, alright. Now I'm pretty sure
Come
Wyvern
to save the day, huh? You're a real goddamn hero.
shoots mortars at us, I think, this
Enough
whole
small
time.
talk.
Oh wait, if she just shoots at us this whole time, this is gonna be good. Then I can just run like next to her friend. She's immortal, by the way, right now.
Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch sequence initiated.
Alright, can you assault rifle bullets, please. Roll. There you go. Just. Alright, come on. Alright, this one's gonna be awkward because we need to. She's behind us, right? That's the problem here. So. That's the issue here, is she's behind us, so we can't deflect the bullets that are, like, behind us. They do this. Alright, one random guy, be our savior. Come on. Oh my god.
Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch
Alright, that one's easier.
initiated.
I didn't want to use an armor kit too early. Alright, can someone come up here? Do I really, am I about to aggro the electrical box? Alright. Oh, hello. Someone come up here.
Negative line of sight. Get another line. Out of cover.
A few more bullets, one more. Good. Okay. This side. Oh my god.
Quick and painless is no longer an option for you.
I'm pretty sure they all activate again though, right?
Danger close. Stay
It'd be really funny if the sniper dog just one taps his own guy. Alright. Wyvern probably will just... Wyvern will only get staggered once, so she'll probably not even get staggered by her own bullets. So she'll just keep shooting. But she's accurate, so... Yeah.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
No, not that. Is she hiding under the ramp? That's a yes, okay. That is a small range for that. Oh, come on, one more. God, you know what? You're getting punched to death. She just double punched. Cheater.
Wyvern, what's your status? Wyvern, come in. Wyvern. Fuck.
Ow. Oh, Well, actually, wait, no, we're fine. I don't even have to. I was like, we're gonna be here for a while waiting for this guy to shoot over and over again.
The antiviral cylinders are secure. We'll make sure they get safely extracted.
Sweet.
System back online. You are needed at the base of operations.
I have never heard Isaac say that before.
Sir, we've got enemy helicopters on approach. Should we knock them down? Negative. Hold your fire. We can't chance those cylinders getting destroyed.
Well, that's a bit of luck. Agent, you managed to secure the antivirals and shut down a key Black Tusk stronghold. Not to mention preventing a rocket attack on the base of operations. Incredible work, Agent. Truly incredible.
I did it for the ceramics. Pretty intense. Kind of a mess. Using weird strategies to complete objectives. It's everything I'd been urgently waiting for from this whole playthrough. And poetic that it was the end of the DC section of it. Now it's time for stuff to get weird. I had a few goals when landing in New York's expansion, in general, to do all the missions and ultimately see if I could beat Keener at the end. All I knew when I first got there was that one of two things had to happen. We needed to absolutely obliterate one of these two nerds as soon as physically possible. With Conley, her mission's the very last thing you do in her series of tasks. With Dragov, you go straight for the jugular first. So that's what we did. Blast our way through the first couple areas without much trouble. Things get a little hairy at the stockpile when Duchess comes out, but we didn't die. Barely. Is that Duchess? One of these is Duchess, and I feel like I'm gonna one-shot her anyway. Alright, well, that one's Duchess. Yeah, that one was Duchess.
Hostiles approaching.
Why am I getting shot there?
Needed. Hostiles incoming.
I was crouching. Why did I get hit there? Make our way down the spiral ramp, which honestly is a pretty underrated combat scenario, but it's probably underrated because of what comes right after it. The APC fight. Alright, there we go.
Regroup at the APC and load it up. It's time to take back control.
Now, I should probably explain what the goal is here. By killing either Conley or Dragov first, we get a sticky bomb. Sticky bombs normally are really good skills to have in general, but in this playthrough, it is the most important skill in the game. Sure, the grenade and sniper turrets were really strong, Striker Drone was good at drawing aggro, and the deflector shield's the only reason we got through a couple parts of the game to begin with. But the sticky bomb is the key to making a large part of the game much, much easier. There's one problem though. Regardless of which target we go after in this situation, we have a gigantic roadblock in our way for both situations. For Conley, it's the fuel pump section and the end of the mission, both of which require us to destroy very specific parts of these objectives. For Dragov, it's the same story, but a lot lower to the ground, and the enemies don't use fire. I actually went and tested this fight before we got here, because this area was essentially the make or break for whether or not this mission could be completed in the first place. Any skill that automatically targets the APC itself shoots at the gun, which really is saying it shoots over the gun because of hitboxes. So Striker Drone was of no help, even less so than it usually ended up being in the first place. Sniper Turret was also confused. Assault Turret and even the Deflector Shield were all of no use because all of them would just shoot the wrong spot. The Stinger Hive didn't see it as an enemy it could attack, and any of the remaining skills that would probably work required clicking to use. This was the biggest hurdle in the challenge by far, to the point where I'll show you the entire Dragov fight first. We did kill that APC, and we didn't cheat to do it, That's what she said. but the whole situation surrounding it is more important than, well, this. Alright, and lights. So take this brief moment of a boss fight to try and think of the solution as to how we killed the APC. Why is boxes an emote? Because boxes is, oh, they spawned over there. Rude.
Time to put these fuckers down. You like that?
so much broken glass. All right, there goes Knuckles. There you go, Ron, Knuckles, both dead. All right, there you go. I forgot to destroy it again. Never knew you could cheese it this way? Yeah, this is the way. Like, we might actually end up killing Dragov's shield before we kill Dragov himself. Yep, there goes all of his armor. I've never seen his beard before.
Shade tech detected.
You can see why most of this challenge was pretty monotonous, if that's what the boss fight was. And now that we have a sticky bomb, we're off to the races. So, how did we kill the APC? Grenade turret doesn't work, explosions don't work. What is gonna work? I'll tell you what is gonna work. This bad boy. Here's the dodgy part, though. It doesn't look like it's working, I promise it is. See, there you go. It is working, slowly but surely. We gotta destroy it right before it gets destroyed, though. Because now we get it back again. And now we can run out. And we can do it again. This is how we have to kill the APC. There's literally no other way than this. Alright, let's reset the drone as well. You see that 41-second cooldown time on the flame turret? Why? Look at the biceps on this guy. So it's also funny, the APC will aggro the drone, like, no matter what. Oh wait, when did we damage the other one? Okay, that's cool, I guess. But see how the drone is shooting over it? That's why we can't use bullets. I forgot to destroy the flame turret. Oh boy, alright. Yeah, that should kill a couple parts of the APC. Why not? There we go. Is it or is it not damaging? Okay, that side's still full health. It's not damaging the backside, and I forgot to cancel it again. Let's do that. Okay, that's the second one. Oh, I set myself on fire. I forgot about... Yeah.
Deceased.
I think I got this if I just remember to break that stupid turret. Also trying to get, like, I'm getting shot through the walls because it just auto-locks, so I gotta manage that better. Let's focus one side out at a time. Not worth the effort? I mean, gasoline is not exactly a surplus resource. We're just gonna find out if we're damaging the APC later. Like, we're just gonna find out much after the fact. It's like, I can't really tell. Impact tires are a fairly hot commodity in the apocalypse. Yeah. Break it again. Oh, it's pointed the wrong way. Reset the drone. What's the premise of this game? First-person shooter. Third person, not first person. Yeah, kick names. I have no idea how much damage we have caused this thing because I actually just can't see the health of the thing. I assume we are hitting it, even though the fire isn't actually colliding. I assume we are actually hitting the thing because flame turrets hit pretty much everything in a certain radius. Try this angle. They should be hitting both of them. This takes a while anyway, so that's why it's like, we could be damaging this thing the whole time, or not at all. That's where the mortar's going. Oh, there we go. I forgot to detonate it, though. Alright, we got one of the sides. At this point, just fix the APC, yeah. I forgot to reset the turret again. I mean, it's a police APC, although I don't know why it's on a stack of tires. Like, I feel like that's a total flex. There's no other reason to... There's no real reason to do that. The drone has to be better at shooting enemies. Because it unfortunately isn't that amazing right now. Okay, as I don't set myself on fire again. Oh, wait. Okay, we got it. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, I'm using an incendiary turret. I'd also like to not have to use all the armor kits, but I'm going to. If you want it there forever, take the tires off and convert it to something else. Hey, yeah. I assume this is hitting. Am I hitting? Okay, yes. Oh, nice. All right. This feels like a proper boss fight where you can use only this one thing to kill this giant APC tank. This feels like a legit boss fight. Okay, now we can see the health bar. I mean, I feel like... Have they ever used... Also, yeah, one of the wheels is off right there. I feel like they've never expected someone to get this far into the compound. All this for a sticky bomb, by the way. That's why we're doing this. All this for a sticky bomb. You're gonna know the exact moment that last plate ends up going, because probably any second now. Maybe, no idea. Oh, make it. We're just gonna have a loud explosion with a bunch of screen shake, and that's gonna be the only indication. Come on. Any second now, come on.
I wish I had a feed of Dragoff's face as you tear his house down around him.
Just for reference.
These motherfuckers are the same people who killed Barrett. We're gonna let them go?
This fight is supposed to be over and done with in like 2 minutes. That took forever. But it was all within the rules of the challenge. We didn't aim to throw the fire turret at all, and the gear set actually helped in this, since destroying the turret myself would reset the obnoxiously long cooldown. I of course forgot to do it several times, but hey, we got there in the end. Kajika's entire section went as follows.
Track him down and find anything you can on Keener's whereabouts.
And keep a lookout for John.
Well, roll credits.
I've still got a read on Kajika. Looks like he's moving deeper underground.
Keep after him, Agent.
Tank top with elbow pads. Well, as advertised.
We may have caught him off guard, but we sure as hell have his attention now.
This is it, Agent. Don't let Kajika out of your sight.
Don't let Kajika get away this time. We're not gonna get another shot at this.
That's Nancy. I didn't have to do that one, but...
These tunnels just keep on going.
It's the consequence.
Hostile.
Take that bastard down, Agent.
Yeah, you can kill him like 4 times, but you don't get anything for the first 3 times. Righty, zoop! Hello. And he's dead again. Alright.
Speed detected.
Rule him down there. Beat him at his own game.
We got hit by the first one, and then not again after that. It's a pretty good track record. Whoa, look, he's dead. Guess what? You gotta wait. You gotta make one more WWE entrance.
Looks like I'm gonna have to finish you off myself.
And bleeds out.
Rogue agent deceased.
What an amazing reverse hike where you start at the top of the mountain and end at the bottom. The mission's cool, but having to run away or just chase him or whatever happens in this mission is so just... It gets old really fast. There's a reason speedrunners hate this mission. Then, I had a choice. Either go after Theo, go after Conley, or finish Dragoff's part of the manhunt. I decided, because I didn't feel like going after either of the other 2 yet, that I would finish the day with what was left of Dragoff's part. And what followed would change the entire rest of the challenge in a way that was, well, unexpected. Because, I mean, expertise takes way too long for the amount of time you have to put in. Wait, how? Wait. What? Wait, what? Hold on, how did I just, wait. How What? If you hot swap fast enough, you can still shoot the grenade launcher? How am I doing anything what I'm doing right now? I'm floating. So if I do... Sweet. How... Okay. What is... Huh? So... How did... How... Okay, what... What? Hold on, less audio. What? Also, hi, NGN. How did... Okay, context, right? Context. I just fired the grenade launcher. And I have no buttons bound to fire the grenade launcher. I don't have any buttons physically bound to do that. Fire weapon is on none. Aim is on none. How did... Wait, so... Okay, it was... What did I just do? Like, I did this so that it switched, and then, like, pulled out a different weapon and then made it auto something. That. I have no idea what just happened, bro. None whatsoever. The funniest thing with that, right, is that none of what just happened actually matters. If you think about it. Because we're not going to be able to repeat any of that, for sure. Like,
You're going down for good.
Like... Sweet.
I like the way you think, Agent. When that barge is flooded with fuel, it'll be gone in no time.
I like the way you think. If you pollute the area... If you absolutely pollute the ever-loving crap out of the area... and cause, like, major water pollution, it'll stop their operations temporarily. This happening entirely derailed the stream completely on its own, and I spent the next hour figuring out what on earth happened to cause this entire series of events that just happened in front of me that short-circuited my brain multiple times. So okay, so Q and then switch back to this and then instant deploy. Yeah. Okay, so we actually have a method of being able to shoot the gun. I'm shooting while sprinting? I'm shooting while sprinting. What have I done? What have I done? To spare you the troubleshooting phase of figuring this out and whether or not this bug is fixed by the time you watch this video, this is actually a repeatable series of button presses that will work every time. It works on almost every weapon in the game, terribly on semi-automatic guns. And there's more to it than just shooting without clicking to do so. In order to do this, you need to interrupt the process of pulling out a skill to quote-unquote aim it with the act of pulling out one of your guns. So, spam whatever key it is for the gun you want to shoot, press a turret skill once so that, like, if your gun disappears like that and you don't actually pull the turret out, it works. And then, if you double tap to auto-activate whatever skill it is, you just start sprint shooting. Without even holding the button down. Entering or leaving cover will fix the bug, and in general, this is actually exceedingly less useful than just shooting manually. It's actually nowhere near as broken as it looks like it could be. Sort of. Where it gets weird is some of the other things you can do with this bug, because you can do other things while this is going on. You're able to sprint while firing, which is definitely not normally possible. You'll even be doing the sprinting animation after your first reload with the bug activated. Where this gets even more broken is the fact that you can revive teammates while still providing suppressive fire whichever direction you're looking, which again, is not normally possible. The most broken part of this bug, in my opinion anyway, is the third thing you can do. Or at least the third thing that I found you can do, which I discovered while in Theo's final fight sequence. But before we get that far, I kept trying to decide whether or not using this bug was okay in the eyes of the challenge. Because put yourself in my shoes for a couple seconds here. On one hand, it's shooting the guns, which is technically bypassing the fact that I can't usually do that, which is also the reason I'm not allowing myself to aim the skills in combat, since that too would bypass an action otherwise restricted by not being able to click. Part of the challenge of this challenge was not being able to shoot the guns, since that's a fairly vital part of the gameplay. On the other hand, the challenge is, can you beat the Division 2 without clicking? Not can you beat the Division 2 without shooting, necessarily. Since not being able to click encompasses a variety of different things, not just shooting. Performing the bug requires occupying one of your skills, which is the main way of dealing with most threats that are going to go near you, until you stop doing this bug. And ultimately, now that we have a sticky bomb, most situations that would physically require shooting are made pretty trivial, so it doesn't actually really matter that much. So, what do you think in this situation? You can see how it's a bit of a conundrum, given both sides of the argument being perfectly valid in their own ways. I can see how someone would think one or the other, and I ultimately decided for me to allow myself to do it. It's a bug that, to my knowledge, I discovered, or at least discovered how to actually perform it consistently. It makes the challenge more interesting, since I'd have to do it very deliberately, and it isn't as efficient at killing as the skills are. It also doesn't end up mattering most of the time, since most things that can take multiple shots to kill would get one-shotted by sticky bombs, and I can break locks off of doors with either of those methods anyway. It also allows for me to put it in a video like this without making a video on just the thing itself. There's ultimately more positives in allowing myself to do it versus not letting myself to do it, right? And besides, the literal only reason I found this bug to begin with was because I physically couldn't shoot my guns in the first place. It was only noticeable because of the situation surrounding when it happened, and it's only significant because of the same reasons. With all that being the case, you will see me do this multiple times in the remaining missions. I want to emphasize, the buttons are still not bound. So if you see me shooting, you know I'm doing this bug. I didn't cheat the challenge. So with that very long-winded mental argument I've been having with myself out of the way, let's get back to that third thing that's pretty broken about this, which I discovered during Theo's mission. This entire mission wasn't different at all, just slamming our way through it with one funny ricochet kill halfway through. Whoops. Theo's area at the end of the mission, though, with all his decoys, is a different story, forcing us to take out these turrets by breaking the generator they sit on top of, and we have to do this multiple times. This presents a very tough situation since, again, skills hate shooting at random objectives, including these, but also because we're getting shot at the whole time we're trying to break them, and there is no safe spot you can just stand to do this. It had to be that one, didn't it? The only one that's out in the open that has no cover right in front of it. Had to be that one. Let's see what we can do about this. We're still shooting! We're still shooting while putting an armor kit on. Okay, I feel like that is broken. Yeah, so, armor kitting while shooting. That's a new one. Armor kit, armor kit, armor kit, armor kit, armor kit, armor kit, armor kit. Armor kit again, armor kit again, armor kit again, armor kit. And you can imagine how that could be used in some extremely important situations, especially in PvP. On this attempt, it actually didn't end up mattering because I ended up dying here, but we got it on the second attempt. No, 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 no. Reload speed. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Oh, that's him right there. Okay, good. That's him right there. Whee! He always makes his last stand in that corner for some reason. Anyway, that was wild. I did not think this section would be nearly as gnarly.
Rogue shade skill detected. Rogue shade skill acquired.
A frisbee. During the last part of his story, we almost blew ourselves up again, even with the attribute that stops us from dying to 1 explosion per minute.
Medical assistance needed.
Thankfully, I bought that upgrade. We lived on literally 1 health. Speed ran our way through the office building and lined up the satellites on the roof 3 times. Straightforward stuff, as has been pretty much everything in the whole game up to this point, with a couple exceptions. It's nothing different. That just leaves the crazy germaphobe of an ex-girlfriend to deal with on our private yacht. During this time, we hit level 40, so I was actually able to go get basically whatever pieces I wanted, which for what I was doing really meant one thing. Hardwired. Did some territory controls off stream to get some of the pieces. We were good to go. Targeted loot still works, even though you can't actually see what it is without going back to DC, looking at the targeted loot, and then coming back to New York, but everything went well. People might see this as cheating the challenge, but they'd be wrong, since there's literally no way to avoid hitting level 40 and getting the targeted loot because world tiers aren't a thing anymore. You just keep leveling up in DC. We clear out this burning building that I honestly wish was a replayable mission, given how unique it is and how underused it ends up being in the grand scheme of things. There's not a lot of windows in a building that is burning down, which is interesting. Hey! Do some other random stuff before heading over to the stranded tanker, which is not only one of the coolest missions in the whole game, but also has some of the best music too. And it also gives me the same vibe as missions from the first game. I don't really know why, but I'll take it. It's pretty cool. Again, as with pretty much everything else, with Conley, most of the mission is played exactly the same. And again, I'm letting myself use this bug because, well, I mean, seriously, it doesn't even really matter for this section. Fighting our way through the oil tanker is weird with a grenade turret, given all the various overhanging platforms. Oh yeah, we're also playing during Hollywood because it was one of the last days of the global event, and honestly, it doesn't really make a difference with what we're doing. The grenade turret just mops them slightly harder than normal. It was mostly just to use seeker mines during the playthrough because people wanted that and because we never really had a chance to otherwise. And they honestly weren't even as good as using the sticky bomb anyways, so it really didn't matter, it was just for fun. That just leaves the last section, and the objective that we would have had to kill instead of Dragov's APC, if we chose to kill Conley first instead. This ridiculous... Well, I think Kelso actually says it pretty good here.
Rhodes, that fire tower there, anything we can do about it?
So this is where I would be shooting. I haven't actually gone and checked if the flame turret could damage the weak spots on this thing, and I'm not sure if it could or not even now. The flame turret worked versus the APC, but it didn't work on the tidal basin mortars, which I imagine are closer in design to this objective, so who knows really. Alright, so we have to kill the box that's on the front, I think. Hey, bud.
Hostile restored protection.
Oh, it's right there. Okay.
There you go. Easy peasy. Power source knocked out. Tower disabled.
You really have no idea what you are doing.
Heavy ammunition detected.
I like that we can shut her up by just doing that. Here, eat one of these. There you go. It doesn't actually do anything, but I'd like to not use an armor kit necessarily, but so that's the thing with picking a new game is like
Detected. Heavy ammunition.
if I'm playing a game, I want to make a video on it that someone's gonna watch.
See if you can do anything with those valves.
So, which I understand why someone is recommending a game that they enjoy playing. Like, it isn't that it's not a good game, it's just that, like...
Oil gas pressure redirected.
So, please tell me that's gonna work. Ooh, that could be a bit of a problem. Can I sticky bomb that? Which might have a bit of a problem if I can't. Okay, I think the game just does it for you. They're like, alright, you're taking too long.
Detected. Heavy munitions.
You flushed her out, Agent. Now take her down.
Protected hostile restored.
Oh, you healing piece of crap. That's a railing.
Heavy ammunition detected.
Oh no! No!
Vital signs critical.
He hit us with one tick of fire. Alright, get it. There you go. And now she behaves in a totally rational way.
Yes!
She was still talking.
Well, that was something. Fire, explosions, homicidal maniacs. A bit rich for my taste, but I can see why you guys like it.
You did a lot today. Shut down the cleaner's oil pipeline. Got rid of Conley.
It's in the barrel.
Keener can't use her to target the JTF anymore.
That just leaves Keener. And Castle Clinton, but who really cares? I mean, you can entirely ignore the danger zones in this mission and still be totally fine. It's just this optional thing to annoy Faye one more time before she turns rogue without actually being rogue. That's a deep rabbit hole for another day. That other day being February 20th of 2021, because that's the day NGN uploaded a video about it, but it's whatever. That just leaves Keener and a load of Black Tusk operatives before him. Armor gone already.
All right, let's get this ferry on a course to Liberty Island. Gotta admit, I can't wait to find out Keener's ass.
All the areas leading up to the island really aren't that interesting, and neither is anything before the Razorback. This is a part of the challenge where the shooting thing really actually came in handy, and the reason I wanted Hardwired for this.
Protected hostile restored.
Here's the rough part. I need to... Actually, no, Deflector Shield won't work. We need to go back to... which one of these? Actually, no, Sniper Turret would probably be the best for this. Why is there no cover anywhere?
Reinforcements are on their way.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, I didn't pick the thing back up. So yeah, EMP pulse with Hollywood is actually pretty important because it's like, oh no, a bunch of people coming out of this thing. What am I gonna do? Now they're pretty much all gone. Okay.
Hostile restored protection.
Oh, it's on the... Alright. Weak points are on this side, which that's going to be tough because we need to do this. Nope, not that. We do that, and then...
Weak points detected.
I can't point up that far with this thing, can I? I can't, no. Fight our way over there. That sucks because ads spawn like right in front of me. Oh, that's nice. Not sarcastic, because they're gone already. And they're all gone. Alright.
Hostile protection restored. Razorback terminal detected.
Come on, we got this. All right. Trying to do this area without shooting would be really interesting because I would A, turn Hollywood off, B, be using a sticky bomb to shoot the weak spots, if that even works, which I have no idea.
Hostile protection removed.
Which would be some pretty extreme juggling
Weak points detected.
to micromanage. So we gotta... Oh god, this is gonna take... Yeah, no, I can't do this by standing here.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Yeah, I know, Dark Hours Razorback is so much more serious than this. Look how broken that is, so... Oh, lovely, okay. And air burst. Please let me pick this up. Thank you. What's a Razorback? That is a Razorback. This giant thing right here. This giant thing shooting out more drones that are trying to kill me. Please be in range. Crap. Alright. Well, let's do this. Over here. Nope, not that.
Weak points detected.
He didn't die. Alright. So it would be juggling the crap out of trying to manage the sniper turret and a sticky bomb. Trying to do this.
Razorback. Protected hostile restored.
Sir, the Razorback is offline.
That's just fucking great.
Love Schaefer.
Good work, agents. I can see why they trusted you to carry out this op. You should come by the plant so we can have a more personal conversation. You know, the front entrance is inaccessible at the moment, but there's a service entrance around the back. You'll figure it out.
The front entrance is inaccessible at the moment. Yeah. That's the front entrance. I think it's actually almost impossible to lose the quadcopter section of this mission as long as you stay on the boat. I don't know what it is about this thing, but the missiles have a really tough time hitting you, and for some reason, it doesn't like to shoot you either while you're here, and the robot dogs never go near you. So as long as you stay on the boat, I think you physically can't lose, but I mean, we'll take the free win any day, especially during this challenge.
You got a taste of what the Eclipse is capable of. Chernenko, Dragov, Chica, and Lou.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Theo, they all had their parts to play. But like any big project, only the director knows how it'll all come together. If you let your only the director knows how it'll all come together. If you let your working bees think it'll come together. If you let your working bees think.
Then we get to the real reason I wanted Hardwired, okay? It's like, this is the real if for no other reason, this is the reason. Keener's Shade Tech Room, which is one of the most annoying areas in the entire game. But for some reason, you can EMP the Shade Tech boxes, so they don't do anything for like 5 seconds. If you do it right, you will never see a single skill hit the ground in this area, regardless of difficulty. And since it's a timed section of the mission, either way, you never have to do this room if you just have someone spamming EMPs. So, what should be a struggle, cakewalk. I don't know why they let you do this, but you can. That just leaves the ending. So this cutscene, you're supposed to just run out there, but you can just combat roll right through the beginning part.
I was kind of worried you'd miss the grand finale.
So
you earned the right to witness this new beginning. Who knows? Maybe when you see the culmination of my work.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Trying to accomplish.
Initial launch sequence activated.
Unknown biological compound detected.
You guessed it. There's an Eclipse payload on
This
that
is a
list.
bug that I know is happening,
Imagine that.
but...
Rogue sniper turret detected.
Oh, there we go. Alright. Yeah, no, for some reason, the asset will, like, load in and out based on where you're looking.
Rogue assault turret detected.
So, we are gonna have to
Rogue striker
do this somehow.
detected.
I don't
got it.
think you understand. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for
Wait, how did
everyone.
I... Okay, I'm fully loaded already?
All I ask is for you to open your mind.
It's faster than this. Also makes the hitbox disappear? I don't know about that, but yeah. No, okay, I was gonna say, please don't throw the turret. This one's right on the front right there, I think.
Rogue stinger hive detected.
This
Go,
payload
go,
will
go, go,
push
go,
the
go,
reset
go, go,
button
go,
on
go,
the
go.
entire city. A fresh start. We share that common goal.
Oh, great.
I'm just expediting the process.
Portable device detected.
Alright, I have no idea where this weak point is. That one right there.
Rogue incinerator turret detected.
Missile target locked.
Rogue artillery turret detected.
Why am I fully loaded this whole time, by the way?
Rogue sniper turret detected.
Sniper turrets suck. Sniper turrets really suck because they just one-shot you almost. Yeah, see? Apparently it doesn't like me very much there. It actually broke. Nice.
Rogue striker drone detected.
Yeah, literally.
Look at it go. Can you believe that? This is it. The new beginning.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now, but this, for some reason, is a bug that has persisted for quite a while at this point. Keener's mission just loves to bug out at the end. The missile launcher will just randomly unload and reload right in front of you, depending on something. I mean, it might depend on where you look, might depend on other parts of the mission being loaded that shouldn't be because you already passed them. Maybe it's nothing at all. Either way, I'm not going to count losing that as a death, because there's literally no physical way to beat this if that were to happen to you. Whether you're a near immortal Foundry Bulwark build, a perfect DPS build, or really any build you can think of, you have no chance of completing this mission if this happens, and we had to do it all again anyway, so it ultimately didn't even matter. Well, we lost all our shock bullets, so there goes that strategy.
I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for everyone. All I ask is for you to open your mind.
Yeah, like there's no physical way to beat that, so I'm not gonna count that. We're just gonna stay at 8. So
turret detected.
This payload will push the reset button on
Let's
the
do that
entire
now.
city. A fresh start. We share that common goal. I'm just expediting the process.
yeah, no, I wonder if the missile actually lands, because you never do get to see it. And now this just works, by the way.
Rogue artillery turret detected.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's a cutscene either.
Rogue Stinger Hive detected.
Well, I'm glad that missed.
Target locked. Manhattan.
Hit it, please. Okay.
Sequence failed.
Okay, we gotta switch things. We gotta switch
You have
things.
no idea what you have just done.
Bulwark shield.
Contaminated area.
Sticky bomb. Fire sticky bomb, so we just stutter him forever. Alright, let's do this.
You ever have a drone on you, Agent?
Rogue bombardier drone detected.
That's your waste. You forgot to
Rogue
watch your
explosive seeker mine detected.
Wow, that's cheating. That's cheating.
You ever wonder what it feels like to be on the... You're a real piece of shit. But I bet you already knew that. I'm impressed. You ready?
Okay. Missed.
I thought you were supposed to be a challenge. Damn it!
Alright, please. Hit him. God, dude, it is so hard to aim this thing from
I want to find some cover.
like 2 feet away.
Fuck! Why can't you just die?
Wait, so he doesn't set himself on fire? What is that nonsense?
You make a fine target, Agent. Thank you.
Alright.
System.
Crap. Alright, well, there goes that idea.
I guess I just have to beat some sense into you.
So does the sticky bomb still shoot?
Have you ever been chased by a seeker?
Rogue Mender seeker mine detected.
Leave it there for a while before igniting it? Maybe. I think we just lose now. I think there is no physical way for me to beat this. Because I can't deploy
You're not gonna get out of this pinch.
either of the
Forget
things. And there's no way for me to shoot if I can't deploy either of them. And he's just gonna heal, so... I think that's a defeat here. We have to keep hitting him so he doesn't get to do that, and shock rounds have been like the only way to do it.
I really thought you were smarter than
Rogue
this.
artillery turret detected.
Yeah.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Hello, Agent.
Yeah.
Agent killed.
All right, we just gotta manage that better.
System reactivated.
Launch sequence failed.
Exiting.
I just gotta keep punching him, I guess.
You useless brainwash puppet. You have no idea what you have just done.
We just gotta keep punching him, because he can't do it if we keep punching him. Even if he punches back, he can't do it forever.
Might want to duck.
Okay, that's not fair
You have
at all.
No vision, no clue at all. Just a mindless fucking drone. We all have drones.
Rogue bombardier
wonder
drone
how fast
detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected.
Maybe we don't need to hardwire it in. Maybe we just do this forever.
Damn.
We just get into a fist fight, because then he never... If we keep stunning him, he just hit himself with his own stuff. I'll take that. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted to do, but... Okay.
I really thought you were smarter than this. But I guess we all make...
We just can't let him breathe this whole time. Like, we just literally gotta do this.
Hostile protection restored.
You're not gonna get out of this pinch.
There we go. Like, can I please not shoot through him? I think the only way to beat him otherwise with this system...
I'm done playing. It'll be over.
I don't know. Because, like, we can't shoot without a skill to deploy. Keep this still on for a while. Well, he's underneath the armor threshold where he would normally be hacking us, so... Missed. Maybe we'll just punch him to death. That works for me. Oh, healer cam launcher. Alright.
You're skilled, I'll give you that. Such a...
That's a no.
Serious trauma detected.
That figures.
Agent vital signs 0. System restored.
Okay, we need
Leaving contaminated area.
this then.
You useless brainwash puppet. You have no idea what you have just done.
Can I do this?
Contaminated area.
I skipped the shock sequence! Wait. He has, like, predetermined actions that he has to do. Alright.
Rogue defender drone detected. Removed hostile.
Kill.
Bet you already know.
Crap. Alright, well, okay.
Hostile restored protection.
That almost killed him immediately.
Turret detected.
If I hit him with 2 grenades, I kill him immediately.
Critical error. Launch sequence failed.
Alright.
You useless brainwash puppet. You have no idea what you have just done.
Did I skip the shock sequence again? No, I did not. Okay.
Contaminated area.
We gotta hit him with 2 grenades. We literally just have to instant hit him with 2 grenades before he even gets to do anything. We also have to not be shocked forever because he gets to shoot us for full armor before we even get to move.
You ever have a drone on you, Agent?
Rogue
You're not gonna get out of this
drone
pinch.
detected.
Forget it.
Heal! Heave!
Vital signs 0.
Alright, we blew ourselves up.
Leaving contaminated
Launch
area.
sequence failed.
We can do this.
You useless brainwash.
We can do this.
You
We can
have
get this.
no idea what you have just done.
Alright, okay, we didn't skip it that time.
Area.
We can do this. We can do this. I got hit with the airburst drone right before I hit him with my grenade turret, so I one-shotted myself. We can do this. We hit him with 2 grenades, and it's game over.
You wonder what it's like to be targeted by a drone?
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected.
Oh, hey. Okay, there goes the explosion ability gone. Alright.
Ah, I got you right where I want you. Seriously, this is too easy.
Okay. So wait, I got an idea. Wait. Please don't hack. Please don't hack.
Protection restored.
Please don't. Hit him. Yes! Yeah, just shoot him again anyway. Brute force is the way. Yeah, you know how excited I was when I hit him with that first grenade that last time, and it put him down to like 3 armor bars, and I was like, wait, I can grenade turret that. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the grenade turret's probably the strongest skill in the game. When you can essentially 2-shot what is effectively the final boss of the story campaign on a very unoptimized build, you're a pretty strong skill. It also turns out that we were really overcomplicating things, and I thought there were certain things that were possible that weren't actually possible like I thought they were. Turns out Zerg rushing him down was actually the most effective strat I could have had. But from there, we watched a couple cutscenes.
You did good.
Did the very early game side mission that was blocked off by a lock just for the sake of completion in like 5 minutes. And then we went to do the Pentagon.
We have a situation.
Always. There really wasn't much note of there either, but A, I wanted to play with Hollywood some more because it's a lot of fun. B is to meet this person that you're supposed to meet during the tutorial that you didn't, so it's really awkward now. I love this, by the way. The desk slam. You ready for this?
Uninvited guests. I'm cutting the feed. You've got your orders. Now get to it.
Yeah, alright. Sure, dude. Sure. It's total. Well, okay, kind of, because it has skill haste and skill damage, but it's basically totally useless. We can't throw the grenades. The extra armor kit's nice. But extra ammo doesn't matter, repair skills doesn't matter, status effects pretty much doesn't matter either. So, cool, dude. And C is a really random one that I'm sure pretty much nobody even thought about prior to this if I just mentioned the Pentagon. This one red wheel on this one gate in this one part of one of the 2 missions. This, by the way, is why you need a sticky bomb, is literally for this right here. I'm pretty sure, and even then, I don't know if this actually works. No, this is for real. This is the reason. It doesn't actually work. That's interesting. So, if you... Interesting. Oh, it does. Okay. Although it does offer a chance to showcase why the sticky bomb is so insane for this playthrough, and in general. It one-shots turret generators, the pile of explosives while going into the Pentagon, robot dogs, most non-elite units, and when direct impacting something, works like a bullet. There's no other skill that can break a lock off a door, and by extension, there's probably no other skill that can be used to knock this wheel loose. You can use the chem launcher for it, but I can't. So that's pretty much it then. Though I'll show how I killed Brenner, because his character is just really annoying. I haven't seen anyone talk about it, though. It'd be interesting if someone actually knew about it. Because I know this is a very dedicated player base when it comes to exploits and stuff. Oh yeah, this is Brenner. Brenner is a sniper that has access to mortars, which is so much fun to fight against. I just broke his helmet. Oh, okay, I got really lucky with that. I just got really lucky with that. Because the sticky bomb would have killed me. And... throat chop. Throat chop. Throat chop. Throat chop. Throat chop. One more. Two more. Three more. Four more. Holy crap, we had armor, dude.
Good work.
So, is it possible to beat the Division 2 without using your mouse buttons? Yeah. Simply punch your way through the first 70 people you come across, watch a striker drone kill a door for a while, sniper turret essentially everything in sight for about 20 levels, deflector shield down some boats, turret generators and mortar launchers, airstrike a water suppression system, burn down a bunch of electrical boxes and an APC, discover a previously unknown bug, blow everything up including yourself, and somehow melee kill Krampus. Wait, what? World's first person to break every single armor piece off of Krampus. I plan on doing some other challenges similar to this one, and I wrote down some ideas, but leave some other ones for me that you think are interesting, and I might pick one out for a run. Those negative waves, yeah. I am so glad that didn't just one-shot me outright. There it is! Alright. That's what I was waiting for. And no, get away. Get away. Really? Can I melee kill Krampus? Heave. World's first melee kill on Krampus. Ow. Yes. Otherwise, if you made it this far, that's honestly pretty cool. Division 2 content is really stale right now, and I'm trying to spice it up a little bit.